Wait, this way. And we go over the bridge. So good morning. This morning I am at Bolton Abbey, or rather I'm at Barden Bridge, and I'm walking along the river wharfe towards Cavendish, and well, it's along the strid and through Stridwood down to the Abbey at Bolton Abbey. And it's quite wonderful. It's always wonderful here. I parked up here where I parked. I parked there because it's free, and I suppose this is where you start to sort of think to yourself, well, Bernard, why are you not paying the money to come and park here? You need to support these people because the pathways are fantastic. The whole place, the whole setting is quite wonderful. There's there's fields here of hillsides full of ramsons, and there's going to be bluebells a little further along. It's all manicured and kept beautiful. The problem I have with that is that, yes, that does have a cost, but wow, I mean, it's like 12 quid for a car. Now that's okay if there's 4 or 5 of you in the car, you can understand that, but guy on his own with a dog or 2, they want to review that, they want to look at that and think to themselves, that is a bit steep. But it's been going for years. There've been people coming here. Today is the day after Easter bank holiday, and I always seem to sort of come here the day after a bank holiday. I don't know why, when it's at its worst state, because people come here, they have food, they have barbecues, and they dump the rubbish. I've gone on a rant about this rubbish a few times because it's like a military operation to clear it up, and we may see some of that on the walk today, but it really is quite wonderful. I can smell the ramsons, and yeah, it's a beautiful morning, an absolutely beautiful morning. So let's get on with the walk. So I forgot to mention earlier that this is an 8-mile walk, and it's a figure of 8 walk. So I've effectively walked down the riverbank. I've gotten to this bridge. I'm not going to cross this bridge. I'm going to go through the tunnel, which you'll see behind me in a moment. There we go. And we're going to carry on this side. And we're going to carry on to a place called Cavendish Pavilion. At that point, that's the crux for the figure of 8 walk. It's quite wonderful, it really is quite wonderful. And as I say, it's an 8-mile walk, figure of 8 in shape, and I think it just shows off the best of this area. So that's the bridge that you ignore, and remember, you parked at a bridge further back, so which was the road bridge. But anyway, this one's not a road bridge, it's just a footbridge, a rather ornate one. But yeah, we're going into Stridwood now, so see you then. So this effectively is the start of Stridwood. We'll go over this bridge. And in fact, we might go down here. Boo, Betty, come on down to the water. Oh. The sound of rushing water is over there. So the path splits here. We don't take this path up here, which goes to Stridwood tea rooms. We don't go that way, although it looks quite nice. We're going to carry on this way, up a bit of a hill. Nothing too taxing, but a hill all the same. So we're following the river. So getting another split in the path. We could carry that way. I'm going to go through this way. And I'm going to stick now always to the right. So we ignored the path that took us up to Stridwood car park and cafe. We're just going to take all the rights from now on. So we're going this way. So our path carries on down here and then up the hill there. However, this is an example of what your money is spent on. As I say, there's a high fee for entering here and parking, and this is the kind of thing to pay for. So, you know, you can see that the money is being used. We, however, are going to drop down the path to the strid, and then we'll come back on ourselves, but we're going to go down here to the strid itself, and I'll show you the strid. So down the hill to come back up again afterwards. So this is a lovely spot, but you can see over there's a saving ring. What are those things called? Yeah, you put them around your neck when you're drowning. I can't remember the name of them, but it's in red, and then there's a sign there in red and another sign there saying danger. And this is a very dangerous spot. So here we go. It looks idyllic. And these rocks, which today are dry, can be really treacherously slippery. They're uneven for one, so you do have to be careful. There's a nice duck just watching me. But anyway, we are going over here. Ooh, the duck's still there. Hey, Betty, come away. Come away. So this is the strid. Betty, come here. This is the strid, and it looks really wonderful. Idyllic. Peaceful. And, you know, in places it does look like you could jump over. But people have perished here, because although it looks peaceful and serene on the top, it is far from that underneath. Far from that underneath. There are cave systems, and we'll get up to the edge here. There are cave systems, and well, you'd be washed up. And you can imagine that river that you saw earlier is suddenly condensed into this small chasm, and that's what creates this. But look, it looked calm, but it is not. I suppose those eddies that you can see are just a clue as to the turmoil underneath the water. But quite lovely. So this is a board describing this Stridwood and the thing, and this bit over here, let's zoom you in. This bit over here gives you an indication of what lies beneath the surface of the water back there. And this is what they do to keep kids entertained. Is that an anagram for something? If it is an anagram for something, I don't think I can get it. I thought it might be chocks, but nope. So yeah, they do all this for the kids as well. So you can see the money's going somewhere. Plenty of bins. Oh, and I didn't show you this, which is the other side of that board that you saw earlier. That's a map of the area. Anyway, like I say, we're going back up to there. I'm going to take this route. So this next bit's a hill, and it's a little bit of a slog. Not terribly steep, but yeah, relentless for a time. After the comforting level walk that was along the river here, we're going uphill. Now, there is a lower path, and some of you may want to take that. It all goes to the same place. I come up here because you're up in a canopy, and being up in a canopy, you hear birds and birdsong, and nobody else likes walking up that hill, so you're going to escape people. Also, dogs need to be left on a lead in here, and there are the odd marshal who will tell you to put your dog on a lead. I've got chihuahuas. They stay by my feet, and I don't like carrying a dog lead. So I come up here, keep out of people's way, and keep out of their way as well. But as I say, it's a little uphill, but I think it's worth it for the solitude. And like I say, you've got birdsong. Down there, it's done up for the kids. So there's Easter bunnies, look for the odd egg, things like that. Up here, they don't think kids are going to come up here. And mums and dads aren't going to come up here either. So this is lovely. And look, in the time it's taken me to talk to you, I've gotten to the top of that hill. I told you it wasn't that long. But there we go. I'm at the top of the hill now. And I'm not actually that breathless. But a beautiful day. A little sad to see that the bluebells haven't quite come out. They're all, I work in Manchester, and they're out all over Manchester. And I've seen one or two in blossom. But this is normally just a carpet of bluebells. And it's not there. Now I've got to show you this next bit. So I'm going to disappear, but then I'm going to reappear in another forward pointing camera. So let's try this. I'm not very good at editing. Oh, that was seamless, wasn't it? Absolutely seamless. There's little scenes like this. I love this. You know, it's almost heart-shaped. If you take into account that might be a heart. Yes. You get this up here. You still hear the river. You hear the birds. And you got the shade, the trees. And it's all year round. You come up here in autumn, you get the colours, you get the mushrooms. These are just... Today's beautiful. Today is beautiful. Those storms earlier this year, they really took a toll on the trees. I mean, it's just devastation. Oh, and by the way, you can see down there, there's just an endless line of kids who are all here to see the Easter eggs and so on. And again, being up here, there's nobody. And I have all those bluebells and yeah, that's why I come up here. The path carries on down here. And then we start to descend up here. So another split in the path. That would take you to where we're going. In fact, that's where we are actually going. However, and that's probably easier on your knees. I like to go this way and just stay away from people for a bit longer. It means a steeper descent. So if your knees aren't particularly good, go this way. But if you're like me and you like to escape and you don't care about your knees, well, I do care about my knees, but this is the way I go. course, if you could just smell this stuff. This is wild garlic, or ramsons. And just break a little piece of that leaf off and just chew on it. Very oniony and you can actually slice that through. Take a couple of leaves and just snip it through your salads just to give it a little bit of a hit. Not too much because it would be a bit overpowering, but just a little bit. All the fancy restaurants do it. As you can see, it's just children and mothers. So we stay in the top path, escape all that. So another example of where the money goes. Nice seat. Unfortunately, someone's dumped their can of Dr. Pepper underneath it. There's another bottle up there. But you get views like this over the surrounding moors. We now start to drop down. As I say, it's quite steep. So it goes down here. And as you can see just from there, just how steep it is. But we're going to this spot over here, to Cavendish Bridge. I always find this to be a bit snide. You know, it's bolted into the ground, and that one, really snide. But this is Cavendish Pavilion. And we are going to cross the bridge here. And you can get refreshments here. There's dog's bowl for dogs to have a drink. There's toilets. Betty, over here. Dog and boot wash. Yeah, it's all very nice. Toilets. So we're crossing the bridge now, and just had one of those incidents that only ever seemed to happen to me. Someone fell in front of me. Had helped him to his feet, but he's okay. He's okay. He's not injured, just more a bit of pride. But anyway, so we've crossed the bridge. There's the pavilion behind, and we're now going to turn right, which is this way. And if I take you through here, you'll see we're going to Bolton Priory, which is 1 mile along this direction. But it is a lot of it pretty much uphill, and this is a little strenuous in places, but again, you're up in a canopy and away from everyone. And that was the pinch point of the figure of 8. So we're doing all right. We're nearly about a quarter of the way, really. Okay, so here we go. One of those Yorkshire money trees. People hammer money into the tree. There's another smaller one over here. Money. So we've walked along the river. Clearly the path comes up this way, and you cross a road. So there's a footbridge over here, or you can walk across the ford. I've got muddy boots, so I'm going to walk across. Well, not muddy boots, muddy shoes, and I'm going to walk across here. But you do need good grip. And bedding good and get a drink. Whoa! Nearly slipped, nearly slipped. So this is the ford. So we cross the ford, and there's the ford. But you could have crossed on the bridge. So we're going up here, and then we're going to leave the road. There's never anyone on this road, but there's always the chance. But we now turn right here and follow the path. So we go through this gate. Here we go. And back in the trees. The bench and another view. It's been very busy up here actually. Whole families and so on, which is good to see, you know. It's good to see. Anyhow, we get to this point, and well, we do want to go down here because I want to show you the abbey from the beach. But we're going to carry on this way because I quite like the view. When it comes into view, I quite like how the abbey comes into view when we get down to here. So I'll see you again shortly. So we're right here at Bolton Abbey, the Priory. Oh, very nice. It looks like they've kept a couple of stepping stones out to prevent you from walking across. I normally go across those, but we'll be using the bridge today. And that's a bit of a beach and a picnic area over there that you can sit and, oh, just look at that. It's just quite wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite wonderful. So yeah, so looks like they kept a couple of seats out, stepping stones out to prevent you from doing anything with it. Yeah, quite lovely. So this is Bolton Priory, which is a Cistercian chapel. We're going up there. We'll have a quick look around it. And disappointingly, a few of the stepping stones are missing, so some very disappointed children here today. Let's go up there. Okay, so I'll just show you this, and you're going to think, where are you looking? But I can see it. I can see it. So I'm going to take you over here and to there it is. You've got all these lovely daffodils. This is the graveyard, walking amongst the gravestones. And when you get here, can you see the face? Can you see the face? Can you see the face? Okay. Oh, it's the whitest stone there. I don't know. Reminds me of the depictions of William Shakespeare. You know, I think this was terribly like a face. So the really wonderful thing so far is, I have seen a little bit of litter, but sorry, I wasn't doing that piece of the camera whilst there was someone sat there, so I had to interrupt it. Anyway, I have seen a little bit of litter. The odd ice cream carton and the odd can and the odd bottle, but in previous years when I've been here after a bank holiday, this entire field has been full of discarded blankets, barbecues, food, shoes. Never a wallet. We are in Yorkshire, remember? And there's been tractors, and 20, 30 volunteers picking up. This is quite, either they kept people away by gunpoint, or people have suddenly wised up. I don't know, but this is tremendous. This is tremendous news. Just, yeah, absolutely tremendous. I mean, this field is clear. Now, I've just had 2 bank holidays. Yesterday was Easter Monday. Wow. Yeah, I'm really pleased that this place hasn't been trashed like it has been in previous years. It's wonderful. Anyway, we dropped down from there. The road to Cavendish Pavilion, and the entry where you pay your £12-13 is down that road. You can walk down that road if you so wish, but it means I gotta pick the dogs up all the time, because dogs that size, well, they squish like hedgehogs on their wheels. So anyway, we'll come this way to avoid everything and everyone, and we're making our way back to the river and the car park. The main car park's down here. So I'll see you back at Cavendish Bridge, because this next bit isn't particularly scenic because it's a car park. And as if we're walking that direction towards Cavendish Pavilion. So this is what Bolton Abbey does very well. If you did come with a car and come with your family, you know, at that point it is worth paying the entry fee, because you've got this riverside setting, birdsong. I know there's sand mountains that pop in and out down here. I've seen artists painting them. But you know, you can come here for the day, you can set up, just make this your base. You can go off and investigate the woodland like I have today, There's a cafe down there, there's ice cream vans, but people just open their boots and have picnics. And that bit's really nice about this place. And that family down there got a full table and so on just by the river. And that's pretty wonderful. So we're back at Cavendish Pavilion and we're going over the bridge again. And there's the bridge. So we're heading back over the bridge. The bridge has been crossed earlier in the same direction. And this time when we cross the bridge, we're turning left. That way. So we're now walking along here. Cavendish Pavilion. There's those tacky plastic blossom trees. And there's Cavendish Pavilion back there. So now we're walking this direction. So there's a series of little islands here. And if you'd stayed on the lower path instead of taking the higher path that I took on the other side of this river, there's like little beaches, and you can go onto this other little island over here. There's a bird hide and so on, and quite often you see birds down here. There seems to be one on the rock over there, but I think that might be a gull. But yeah, it's pretty lovely. The sound of rushing water. We're going down this way, and get quite close to the water down here. There's the bird hide. I told you can go onto an island. You see the bird hide over there? Anyway, this is where we're going. And this is the last section. So, whereas you came in the high path the way up there, we're now on the opposite side of the river heading back. We've done a figure of 8, and this just takes us back to the bridge where we've parked the car. All very pretty. And so this is an area of special scientific interest. And we've got wildflowers, we've got trees, we've got this whole section. And this is where you should keep your dog on a lead, because it's going in there trampling through, and he's just ruining the habitat that belongs to other animals. There's lots of birds and so on. I have 2 chihuahuas. They're not on a lead because chihuahuas don't stay straight from your feet, and they're not interested in going through long grass. But I can see why dogs have to be kept on a lead. But quite lovely. We just follow this path now. And when we get up here, there's a road going here. That's a road. When we get here, we'll stay to the footpath, not the road. So when we get to that, we follow the path. I'll just keep you on until you see. So no bicycles are allowed at Bolton Abbey, so you're not going to meet a mountain biker coming through. However, you would meet one on here because that is a road. We stay in the path where no bikes are allowed. And this next section is a bit of a roller coaster ride. It goes up and down, and in places a little steep, but again, not for so long that you don't want to do it again. But yeah, that's the direction we're going. So we're now on something of a climb, and as you see, it's nice. It's not sustained, it sort of goes up and down, but quite lovely. So, another nice, it's a nice little place to have a rest. Always someone in it though, always someone in it. But that was the top of the climb, and now we start making our way downhill. As I said, it's a bit of a roller coaster ride, but that's the toughest climb. How you doing, Betty? Hey? Ooh. So. I didn't really have anything to say then, other than the fact that this is quite lovely. There has been a few people around. It is perhaps half term for some people, still on their Easter holidays. So the footfall's been rather higher than normal, but yeah. I think there's a nice bench here with a nice view. I think, if I can remember correctly. Maybe not. Ah, there we go, there is a bench there. With a view all the way down the strid. And it shows the crowds, the strid. There's the bench. Zoom in, people down there. Quite a few people. Anyway, so for all the climbs and all the walks, plenty of places to sit. I don't know if you can see that. I believe it's just come to land. It's just full of birds here. So we're going that way. So this is the very last climb. Like I say, it roller coasted. So we get to here and it's just a nice steady drop back to a field and then across the field to the car. Just dropped up all the way down there. And we're back at the bridge. And we're going to carry on down this way. We're not going to cross the bridge. We could do, but we're not going to. We're going to carry on. And then past the bridge, across the field, and back to the car. So the final bit of the walk is a case of following these posts back to the bridge and where we parked earlier. As you can see, the sky's looking really nice. So, like there's rain due later. But yeah, it's all quite lovely. And that's where we walked. We just followed the river back to here and back to the car. So an easy walk and well signposted and very, very easy. Just use the river for guidance. Use the bridge at Cavendish Bridge as your pinch point for your number 8 and do a figure of 8 walk. And you're looking at about 8 miles all in, and it's yeah, quite lovely. Quite lovely. I've got a busy day ahead. I've got to go to the allotment. I've got to drop some plants off with somebody, and I'd like to go to Blackpool later. But it's supposed to be raining. We'll see, we'll see. Today I should have been in the Lake District, but the forecast put me off because it said rain. Well, overcast later with rain. But this is far from overcast. This is quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. So maybe I missed out there, but Bolton Abbey's been quite lovely. I'm off tomorrow and the day after. So I've got things planned. Well, I haven't, but loosely planned. I'll be doing something anyway. So maybe Pennygent or Ingleborough in the morning. Something like that, nice and early. Anyhow, until next time, keep walking. No, I don't have a catchphrase, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, if you are watching.